that frustrated the token of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backwards, and maketh their knowledge foolish.
Backwards, man. That means contrary. They're going back, man. The counsel is not working.
Going back to the drawing board, man.
Yeah, John. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You see, if you love the world, the love of the Most High is not in you. See, you think that the Lord loves you. You think, oh, that's of the Lord. But the Lord says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. You see? So those things like Instagram, social media, these things are not of the world, man. They're not of the Most High, Salaki. They're not of the Most High, they're of the world. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof. See, the world is passing away. The Lord says He's gonna make the day short. It's passing away. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. The days of Israel are innumerable. Okay, the kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Okay, it's a perpetual kingdom. It's not gonna fall, man. There won't be no more. There won't be or Israel will go into captivity again. Isaiah, Lamentations 4 and 21. See, Lamentations 4 and 21. See, Israel's not going back to captivity. This is it, man. Right now, the judgment is for the Edomites and those that follow along the Edomites, man. You see, Ishmael, see, Edomites, see the Hagarenes, Amalek, the proud, man. That's a proud guy right there.
Gotta keep this up.
Yeah, come on. Get a Lamentation
Lamentation 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Yeah, the cup's gonna pass through. What cup? The cup of the Lord, man. The cup of His judgment, which we drank. Yeah. Guess what? Now it's your turn.
Take a big sip. Matter of fact, finish the whole thing. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Right, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. You see, you went off. You see, you have to deal with the consequences. And now the Lord is showing His face unto us. You see?
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Yeah, no more.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Yeah, the Lord is going to, why you just read it. He said, you remember the sins of the Edomites, man.
And that's how she's put to shame again.
Right. Going back to the counsel that the Lord is removing from them, the book of Job, chapter 12 and verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. With him is strength and wisdom.
Let that sink in, you know?
The deceived and the deceiver are his. All in the hands of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You see? He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh the judges fools. He looseth the bonds of kings, and girdeth their loins with the girdle. He leadeth princes away spoiled, and overthroweth the mighty. He overthrows the mighty. See, Edomites currently are the mighty, but the Lord's going to overthrow that. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged. Okay? So the Lord is removing the understanding of Edomites. I'm going to get another precept, verse 30 to 22. It says, He discovered deep things out of darkness and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. You see? The shadow of death is being bring forth to the light. Now we know that we realize that this place is this valley of the shadow of death. Because all things that are being promoted here lead to death. Okay? Lead to accusations. They know those elites, right? Those that are in power, the wicked, they have what do you call it? Theologians that study the Bible. They know what the judgment that the Lord has reserved. They know that this place is gonna be burnt, man. You see?
To some extent.
Right. Well, they study those prophecies, man. Well, how can you tell a lie unless you know the truth? You can only tell a lie unless you know the truth, man. But the thing is, they hide it. They hide the truth, man. So they keep you in that hypnosis.
Yep. Unaware of the faith, man.
Right.
You know? They keep you in that state of comfortability. You know, it's like you're not bracing yourself for impact, man.
Right. So you're not ready. Verse Obadiah, going back to Obadiah, verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. You see? So the Lord has reserved slaughter for the nation of Israel, for the nation of Esau, the Edomites, which is the so-called white men. It says here, for thy violence, Ezekiel 35 and 5. For thy violence against Ezekiel 18 and 10, 13. Ezekiel 13. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. See? Shame will cover you. The Lord said that he will make Esau bare, man. It's gonna have like a naked woman walking on the street. You got it?
Yeah, you won't be able to hide anything, you know? Yeah. Everything's gonna be out in the open, and you're gonna. And it says when the son of perdition is revealed, you know. Ezekiel 35 and 10, because thou hast said. 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Right. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Blood will pursue thee. You want to get 10?
Yeah. Because thou hast said, Ezekiel 35 and 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee.
The Lord will make himself known amongst the Israelites, the saints, the elect. See? Still at Ezekiel? Get Ezekiel 25 and 14 up. 13 or 14. You see? The Lord will put his anger and his fury upon his men in order to execute the judgment written, to bind the kings and nobles with chains, man. Put them in slavery.
Ezekiel 25 and 13, therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it.
Yeah, it's going to cut off man and beast from it.
And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the dead shall fall by the sword.
Yeah, the Lord's going to make them desolate, man, empty. See, and they're going to fall by the sword, man. Any form of destruction, man, that's reserved for Esau, Edom, man. Mainly those nuclear missiles, man. It's going to bring forth this lake of fire. You got it.
14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury,